What is the solution to all of your problems? It's a really interesting question, and I think that the question itself has many layers, because most of us were born into a society that already had its dogma, its conditions, its programming, its intricately woven system to keep the human being at a certain level. And so a lot of us are living this game, living reality, living physical reality, playing the game in a way where we are assimilating our character, James. So this character that's talking to you today is called James. You know, he has his character traits, his behaviors, his interests. You know, we're playing our characters based upon the conditions that were presented to us at birth. And this is why a lot of people talk about conscious parenting. I know in the Anastasia books, which are a set of books that I very, very much appreciate, they talk in a very detailed manner on conscious parenting. You know, and conscious parenting starts before conception, which is intimacy, making love to create a child. It starts before conception. And so in this idea, okay, it's about understanding that if we are living the conditions of society as we were brought into our world, into this world, you know, if we were presented with conditions that made it so that we are living behaviors, we are living habits, we are living ideas and beliefs that aren't truly in cohesion with our ultimate truth, with who we are, with what we can be, with what we really are beyond the character. And so if you were born into a world where you were born instantaneously into the ideal environment, the ideal setting, with the ideal conscientiousness of the people, the human beings around you, who would you be? Okay, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I'm going to say that again. If you were born into a world where you were given the perfect foundations for you to decide who your character was, who would you be? Okay, if you were born to conscious parents, if you were born to a loving environment, if you were born to an abundant environment, if you were born to an environment that is living, that is natural, that is beautiful, that is at the pinnacle of all that is God, the universe, creator, whatever word finds its home in your heart. If you were born into a world where you had a forest garden, where you had all of the abundance of nature around you. I'm currently learning over 500 species of herb, tree, shrub, fruit, nut, mushroom. And when you dive into the benefits, not just as a human, but in the system itself, it's insane. It truly is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing because we've already been given the perfect conditions of Mother Nature, Gaia, Garden of Eden, you know, Nirvana, whatever. We've already been given the conditions on this earth to live in paradise. And so the title of this video is What's the Solution to Your Problems? And there's three things that I want to present to you today. First of all, who are you really? Okay? Number one, who are you really? There's the version of you that's been born into a world of conditions and programming and X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. There is also a version of you that's been born into the world, in quotes, or can be born into the world from the present moment, that is in alignment with everything that you really are. All your truth, all your personality traits, all your characteristics that come from your true self, higher self, true self, God, source, whatever. You know, don't believe in any of those things. Put one hand on your forehead, one hand on the back of your head, and ask yourself, where is the origin point of your consciousness, your awareness, your presence? Okay, look through your eyes. Put one hand on your forehead, one hand on the back of your head. Where do you begin? Where do you begin? Where is the beginning of who and what you are? Okay, where is the beginning of who and what you are? So, number one, who are you really? Okay, if you could build your character, James, whatever your name is, if you could build your character in a way that was in true alignment with who you really wanted to be, who would you be? Okay, who would you be? Number two, what is the solution to all your problems? Now at the minute we're all playing this ridiculous nonsense game of money, of capitalism, of, you know, acquire, gain, consume, build, consume, build, consume, build all the time. Right? We have to go to work to pay for a house that we're barely ever in. We have to go to work to support our children by buying food from Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Waitrose, Morrison's, Asda, whatever. Walmart. Is it Walmart? I don't know. I don't know the American versions. Right? We're playing a game that, quite frankly, if we were to sit here, forget the fact that, oh, well, we have to do it because, or, oh, well, we have to do it or else, or well, forget the condition of that is applied onto you if you don't play the game. If you don't play the game. But if you didn't have to do it, what would you be doing? What would life look like? Okay? And this is why, you know, the idea of forest gardening to me is outstanding, because it gives us everything we need. It gives us everything that we need. Food, you can get spring water. Okay, it gives us everything we need. You can get spring water, you've got all of the food abundance, all the medicine abundance, all of the nutrition abundance, and it also creates a spiritual space. Because I've recently been learning Gaian forest bathing with the Sons of Asgard Academy, and I've done about 13 to 14 sessions with groups of people. In the last 3 to 4 sessions, I started doing little circles where people could share what they had felt and what they'd picked up from walking through the forest. And the wisdom was unbelievable, ridiculous. It was absolutely mind-blowing. And it was really profound, really thoughtful, and thought-provoking as well. Maybe they're the same thing. Thoughtful, thought-provoking. It was thoughtful, really, really thoughtful. And this made me realise that when human beings immerse themselves in the space of God, the creator, the other world, all that is, the universe, whatever word fits, that's what the forest is. That's what the forest garden is. This is why all of the many religions talk about their prophets, their leaders, their spiritual guides. They would go into the forest, because the forest is where the thoughts of the creator are the strongest. Who's the creator? It's you, it's me, it's your pineal gland, it's your ultimate consciousness, it's everything around you, it's the trees, it's the rocks, it's the water, it's the sky. It is you. It is you. You're just playing a character. You're just playing a character. You're just playing a character. That's as simple as it is. You're just playing a character. And this is why when we move on, whatever you believe about reality, whatever you believe about what comes next, you will find that your awareness kicks in. And if you're going to have a battle with the gods for your soul, whatever it is, eventually you'll come back to awareness that, oh, I've died. Now I get to decide what my next form of experience is. You know, and you get to choose. You know, there are a lot of things that say about, oh, you know, karma and it'll follow you into the next world. Only by choice. You know, if you've done bad things in this world and you die and you pass on and you get to where you're going, and then you sit there and you say to yourself, oh, okay, well, I didn't quite want to do this, or I didn't want to do it that way, so I'm going to go back and experience what it's like on the other side of things so I can get a better perspective, so I can get a better sense of the experience, okay? This is what I believe, and it makes only sense to me. You know, anybody who pictures a god or reality as a punishment or to inflict suffering on an individual purposefully, to me is not getting the picture. They're not really fully understanding the point of this reality. So number one, who are you really? Number two, if you could do anything, what would you do? Okay, I'm not just talking about, oh, well, I'd go and, you know, I'd go and buy a Lamborghini. What would you do if you had the container of all that is? You know, the way this world is going, we're all building things that break apart, that fall apart. You know, the forest doesn't. The forest regenerates itself. It consistently gives year on year on year on year, and it gets better and better every year. Okay? And number three, how present do you feel that you are? Okay? How present do you feel that you are? We live in a society now where, this is why you'll notice I haven't done a great deal on the accounts, okay, on the online world, because it sucks you into a vortex of nonsense. It sucks you into a vortex of where you're just dribbling at your phone, scrolling up all the time, and it's boring. You know, it's boring because when I come out here, I don't know if you can see this, when I come out here, currently we're in Wales, when I come out here, it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, yes, I'm in a very particularly beautiful spot. You know, I'm in a very, this is a particularly beautiful area, but there's beautiful places all over the world. you know, and all you have to do is make a bit of effort to find them. If you live in the city, well, you know, you don't have to. Can't help you there. You don't have to live in the city. A lot of cities have green spaces. You don't have to live in the city. But how present do you feel? I've recently set 5 or 6 alarms on my phone, which would probably in the past would have irritated the hell out of me. But it's allowing me to become more present, more aware, more understanding of what I really am. Because what is being pushed upon us now is to take away our present state of awareness, to take away our present state, so that we aren't focusing on the true creative power of the imagination, of our thoughts, of our true essence, and potential. Okay, we are all Christ, we are all the gurus, we are all of them within ourselves, because this is what everyone was sharing. Everybody was sharing the ultimate creative power of the human being, of the human nature, of the human condition. Okay, all of this behind me is intrinsically a part of me. What you see behind me has no separation to the personality, the human body that you see in front of you. It's the exact same. It is the exact same, and it is at one with the being that you're listening to. Just as the being that's listening to this is at one with this as well. Okay, and when you understand that, you can really develop a deeper relationship with yourself, with what you really are, and what you're really capable of. So some thoughts for you today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this gave you something to ponder, something to sit with. And as always, my deepest love, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.